Hello students, after the completion of the last chapter that was electrochemistry, we are on our next unit, that is chemical kinetics. So in chemical kinetics we just study the speed of chemical reactions as well as the mechanism of the chemical reactions. Okay, so what is the need to study chemical kinetics? It has a industrial use, that in industry when the chemicals are formed, or the chemical based industry, they need to know that which reaction should be fast, which reaction should be slow, and what can they do to make the reaction rate fast, etc. So we just study the chemical kinetics to understand the speed of chemical reactions and the mechanism of chemical reactions. Okay, so we know that water chemical reactions, they are irreversible reaction and they can be divided into three categories. The first is very fast chemical reactions. So very fast chemical reactions involved all ionic reactions in which ion exchange takes place. It can be the reaction of sodium chloride with silver nitrate. So the reactions which are taking place by the ion exchange, they can be called the ionic reactions. Okay, or ions take part in those reactions, they are called the ionic reactions. So these reactions are very fast reactions. Next is very slow reactions. So slow reactions, example can be rusting of iron. So rusting of iron do not take a day or hours to occur, it take months to occur. So rusting of iron is very slow reaction. And next is moderate. Moderate means these reactions are not so fast and not so slow. So these reactions are called moderate reactions. For example, hydrolysis of sugar, or these kind of chemical reaction include all molecular reactions. Okay, so these are the type of chemical reaction. Now, what happen in chemical reaction? So rate of reaction, in a chemical reaction, reactant take part in the reaction, and by the combination of the reactants a new compound are formed which are known as the products. Okay, so it is a chemical reaction. So what is the rate of reaction? At what rate the chemical reaction is going? So rate of reaction can be defined as the change in molar concentration of reactant and product per unit time. So it is quite obvious when any chemical reaction will take place. So what can be the rate of reaction? It will be change in molar concentration. It is very obvious that concentration of reactant will change, as well as the concentration of product will also change. As the concentration of reactant will decrease and concentration of the product will be increased, because with the help of reactant products will be formed. So it can be also defined as decrease in molar concentration of reactant per unit time, because when product will be formed, it is obvious that there will be decrement in the molar concentration of reactant, because the reactants are converting into the product. Or we can also say that increase in molar concentration of product. It means what? If concentration of reactant will be decreased, then it is quite obvious then concentration of product will be increased. So I hope we understand now that what is chemical reaction, what is chemical kinetics, and how can we define the rate of reaction. Okay, now how we can express rate of reaction? So it can be express as we know that change in concentration, we are saying the word here change in concentration, okay, with respect to time. So how we will suppose it is a chemical reaction in which nitrogen and hydrogen are reacting and the formation of ammonia is taking place. So what will happen, we will write it like rate of reaction, that is change in concentration of nitrogen with respect to time. So it is with respect to time. Now it will equal to change in concentration of hydrogen, it is also with respect to time, will equal to change in concentration of product with respect to time. Now what we will do with the coefficient, these coefficient. So the rate of reaction, all the compounds should be equal. So make them equal. What we will do, we will suppose when the 1 mole of nitrogen react with the 3 mole of hydrogen, then 2 moles of ammonia are formed, okay. Now what will happen here, 1 mole, it means we can write it 1 by 1, okay. Now it is 3 mole, so we can write it 1 by 3. So all the, if we write the coefficient as fraction, it will be all the chemical compound will equal to each other, okay, as 1 part of nitrogen when react with 3 parts of hydrogen. So what we are doing, we are taking the coefficient as fraction so that all the molecules should be equal to each other. So in ROR we should keep in mind that all the reactant and product should be equal, okay. Now what can be the unit of the this rate of reaction? So what is this? It is change in molar concentration of reactant product by time taken. So what is the unit of molar concentration? It is mole per liter, okay. And time taken, it can be in second, or it can be in minute, or it can be in hours, okay. It will be depend on a question. So we, mole per liter is also known as what, or we can write it molar second inverse or molar per second, okay. Either we will write it like molar liter inverse second inverse, or we will write it like molar second inverse, okay. So it is the unit of ROR. Now we will understand the types of rate of reactions, okay. So what can be the types of rate of reaction? The first type of rate of reaction is average rate of reaction, which is represented by sign delta. So first type is average rate of reaction, it is represented by the sign this delta. And the second is instantaneous rate of reaction, and which is represented by del D. And the last is initial rate, okay. So what is average rate of reaction? So it is a change in molar concentration of reactant or product in given interval of time, okay. So it is a rate of reaction in which the time is defined or finite, okay. So here we know the time interval clearly. So these are the average rate of reactions. And instantaneous, what, in which the time is instant, means change in molar concentration of reactant or product at given instant of time. It means what, we take a fraction of time from the well defined time interval. So we can easily understand it by taking an example. So I will take an example to show you, okay. So first we just see that how we will represent this reaction which is written here, that is A moles of A plus B moles of B, when react together they form C moles of C and D moles of D. Okay, so how can we represent this reaction as average rate of reaction and the instantaneous rate of reaction? So we will write it like, oh sorry, here one thing I need to tell you which I forgot to tell you, that is at the when we write the concentration of reactant like this in the expression of ROR, then we take the minus sign here. Okay, with minus sign. Why? Because this minus sign show the decrease in the concentration of the reactant. One reason is that we are taking minus sign here, and the second reason is that rate of reaction cannot be negative ever, because rate of reaction can't be negative. Okay, so we take the minus sign here. So when the rate of reaction of reactant come in negative, then with the help of this sign it become positive. So you will more understand it when I will show you it with the help of graph. Okay, so you will understand it better. Now you have to keep in mind that when we express the rate of reaction, then before the concentration, change in concentration of the product, we will put minus sign here also, but the concentration of product, it will be of positive. Okay, so we will write it as negative and we will write product as positive. So please keep it in mind. Now we were on the topic that how we can express this reaction in average rate of reaction and instantaneous rate of reaction. So in case of average rate of reaction, we will put this sign, that is delta, and in case of instantaneous rate of reaction, we will put this sign D. So we will express it like minus 1 upon A, that is delta, change in concentration, that is change, it delta show the change in concentration change, and this bracket show the concentration. Okay, by change in time. Okay, will equal to minus 1 upon B, that is delta change in concentration upon with respect to time. Okay, now product are coming here, so we will put plus sign here, 1 upon C delta concentration by with respect to time, plus 1 upon D delta now with respect to time. So it is the representation of the in case of average rate of reaction. Then how we will express the instantaneous rate of reaction? So it will like minus 1 upon A, now we will write D, A upon dt will equal to minus 1 upon B, D B by dt equal to plus 1 upon C D C by dt, positive 1 upon D, it is D by dt. So we just notice the difference. Only what we wrote here, in place of delta we use the sign D here. So it is for short interval of time, fraction interval of time, and it is for the finite time or the well defined time interval. Okay, so we express it like this. Now here we will understand the this is left initial rate. So initial rate is expressed as when the time interval is 0. Okay, so it will be expressed as dc upon dt, c for concentration, t for time, and it is t equal to 0 means when the time interval is 0. Okay, so we will show it like this. Now see the topic, that is relation between rate of reaction, in which what will happen, appearance of product and disappearance of reactant. When the product will appear, then there will be disappearance of the reactant. So it is so we will understand the relation between rate of reaction. Okay, so how we will understand it? Suppose here is a reaction, that is 2x plus 3y will give rise to 5z. Okay, first we will write the rate of reaction for it, expression for it. Okay, rate of reaction, that is expression. So how we will write the expression? We will write like minus 1 upon 2 dx by dt will equal to minus 1 upon 3 dy upon dt, and it will equal to positive 1 upon 5 that is z upon dt. Okay, now what we will do, we have to show the appearance of a product and disappearance of the reactant. So rate of appearance, okay, ROA, that is rate of appearance of what is appearing here, z, so of z, right? So how we will write it? We will write it positive d z by dt, and this coefficient 1 upon 5 we will multiply with the rate of appearance, because ROR is equal to this equation na. That is why when we are taking 1 upon 5 like this, then we will multiply 5 by ROR or ROA. So how it will come? It will come like 5 into ROR, right? It is a rate of appearance. Now rate of disappearance, rate of disappearance of what? First of x, then what will happen? We will write like minus d x by dt will equal to what? 2 into ROR, rate of reaction. Okay, in the same way we will write for y. So we will write it minus dy upon dt will equal to 2 into ROR. So we know now how we will write rate of appearance like this, rate of disappearance like this. Okay, now here is a question. We will understand this question to understand the concept which we have studied now better. So the question, in a question, there 2 moles of NO2 gives 2 moles of NO plus 1 mole of oxygen. Okay, so first what we have to do, we will write the rate of reaction for this equation, and what is given here, it is given rate of decrease of concentration of NO2, that is this much, and what they are asking ROR, rate of reaction, second rate of increase of concentration of NO, and rate of increase of concentration of oxygen. Okay, so how we will write it? First we will write the rate of reaction for the equation. So rate of reaction ROR, what it will be? Minus 1 upon 2 d NO2. Do not confuse with the sign d and delta, because it is only for the time intervals. So we are taking d, in place of it we can also take delta, but we take d here, so do not confuse with that. Okay, upon dt will equal to plus 1 upon 2 d NO upon dt will equal to plus here 1 mole, so 1/1 d NO upon dt. Okay, so it is a rate of reaction expression here. Now what is given to us? They has given decrease in concentration. So the value of the rate of disappearance, that is the decrease in concentration of NO2, is given like this. So earlier we understood that how we will calculate the rate of disappearance. So this value is given to us. So what we will do, the coefficient in front of this is 1/2. So what we will do, 1/2 into 6 into 10 to the power minus 12. So the value will come what? It will come 3 into 10 to the power minus 12. That is mole per liter per second. Okay. Now in second, what they are asking? They are asking increment. It means what? They are asking rate of appearance. Okay. So the rate of appearance of this d NO by dt. Coefficient is 2 here, so we will multiply it by 2 into, now the value come this much, then 3 into 10 to the minus 12. So the value will come what? 6 into 10 to the minus 12 mole meter per second. Okay. Now next, in third, rate of appearance of what? O2. Sorry, here I wrote NO, it is O2. Sorry, O2. Okay. So what it will be? d O2 by dt. It will be remain the same because coefficient is 1 here. So 1 into 6 into 10 to the power, sorry, rate, it is multiplied by the rate of reaction, and the rate of reaction which we calculated, that is 1 into 10 to the power minus 12. So the answer remain the same, 3 into 10 to the power minus 12 mole per liter per second. Okay. First we calculated the rate of reaction with the value which is have given in the question. So rate of reaction comes 3 into 10 power 12. Then rate of appearance of NO multiply by 2. Rate of appearance of oxygen, coefficient is 1, so we will multiply it rate of reaction by 1. So we will get this answer. Okay. Now we will see the graphical representation of the ROA and ROD. Okay. So we know that when any chemical reaction occurs, then the concentration of reactant decreases and concentration of product at the same time increases. Okay. Suppose at time T1 concentration is C1 and at time T2 the concentration is C2. Okay. Now suppose and average rate of reaction, what will be? Change in concentration of C by with respect to time. Okay, with respect to time, right? Now when we will draw the graph, for the rate of disappearance of the reactant, so here we take the concentration C and here we take the time T. Okay, here we taking concentration, here time T. Here when time interval is 0, then what will happen? The concentration of reactant will be decreased, so then the graph will be declined like this. Okay. Now suppose here we have 2 points. At one point concentration is C because concentration is going down from here, so here it will be C1 and here it will be C2. Okay, then suppose if we are drawing the line like this, then concentration of C1 is greater than concentration of C2, right? So what we will write, that C2 is less than C1. Okay, we will write like this. So what the expression we will have now, it is minus delta C by delta T, okay, will equal to minus C2 minus C1 upon T2 minus T1. Okay, we will take it like this: C2 minus final concentration minus initial concentration, and final time minus initial time. We will write it like this now. Okay, now here you can see that that C2 is less than C1, then this value will come negative. Why this value will come negative? Because C1 is greater than C2, and so this, if we will calculate, then this value will come negative. So I have told you that rate of reaction can't be negative ever, वो कभी negative नहीं हो सकता. So to make it positive, we put the minus sign here, because when this value will come negative, then this minus sign will make it positive. Now understand why we put the negative sign when we write the concentration in the expression of ROR. Okay, and this minus sign just tell us the decrease in the concentration of reactant, and secondly it tell us that this sign is for the make the positive value of the reactant concentration, which will come in negative. Okay, now why we not put the negative sign in front of product, we will see it now. Now see graph here. Okay, as the reactant concentration decreases, so we make the decline graph like this, because concentration of reactant decreasing, but here concentration of a product increases. So for increment we will draw the graph from here. So when the concentration increasing, and at some time it will become constant or stable. Here concentration C, time T, here T1 and here T2. Okay, here T equals to 0. Now what will we do? Because concentration increasing from here, so here this point we will take as C1, and second point we will take at C2, because concentration will start from here. Okay, that is why. Now we will do it like this. Now whose concentration is greater? The concentration of C2 is greater, so we will write it C2 is greater than C1. So here time T1 and here T2. So what we will write it like? We will write it like delta C by delta T will equal to C2 minus C1 upon T2 minus T1. Now we know C2 in case of product is greater than the C1, so this value already will come positive, and so we never put the negative sign in front of the product expression, although we put the negative sign in front of the reactant expression. So now I hope it is clear to you now. Okay, so please see this video again and again, so you can better understand the things, because it is a first step when we will go into the chapter, and when you will clear this part of this video, then you will able to understand the further part of the chapter. Please first do this part perfectly. Okay, and if you will not get anything, please send me or ask me anyway on WhatsApp number. Or okay, thank you.